It's Ash from Super Videos, back for another video for Season 6 of Fear the Walking Dead. This is gonna be my death predictions for the Season 6 finale, Season 6 Episode 16, which is called The Beginning. First and foremost, if you have not watched Season 6 Episode 15 yet, make sure to do that because this death prediction will touch on a few things that are spoilers from Episode 15. So if you haven't watched that episode, you probably want to wait to watch that first before you watch this death predictions. So with that spoiler warning out of the way, stay tuned. We'll be right back to break this down. Alright, before we get into this, as always, if you're not a subscriber and enjoy the content by the end, consider subscribing to join our community. We're actually on the road to 5,000 subscribers, so if you're not a subscriber and enjoy what you see, make sure to subscribe to help me get there. Also, if you enjoy the content, share and smash the like button, and don't forget to press the bell to be notified when we upload on the channel. With that said, let's dive right into it. Now, one thing I do want to mention is, depending on what they do in the Season 6 finale, and depending on whether they're gonna do a cliffhanger at the end, in a way where we don't see who dies, if someone dies, until Season 7, then this death prediction is really for not only Season 6 Episode 16, but also the premiere 701. So this is basically my death predictions for both of those episodes. It is interesting though that if they do end up doing a cliffhanger in Season 6 Episode 16, it's almost exactly like what they did on the original show, because they did the Negan clearing cliffhanger at the end of Season 6, but we didn't actually see who died until 701. And there is a possibility they may do something similar. Now, I did do a separate video talking about how they might do a cliffhanger on Fear. That's a separate video, you can go and check it out. A link will probably drop on the top right now, so you can go and check that video out if you're interested. So that's enough of me talking, let's just jump right into it. So these are the 7 characters that I think are highly likely to die in the next 2 episodes, so 616 and 701. Now, some of these possible deaths depend on certain things that I will touch on, but generally speaking, there's a few that I think will most likely die in the next 2 episodes. Let's start with the obvious ones. Teddy and Riley. Obviously, Teddy is the End is the Beginning cult's leader, and Riley is his right-hand man. And at this point, based on where the last episode ended, Morgan let them both go, but it's entirely possible that the other survivors will go after them to try to find them and kill them. I'm putting my money on Danny Salazar actually finding one of them, most likely Riley, and trying to interrogate him to get information out of him. And I'm assuming, or it's extremely likely, that they will end up getting killed at the end. So Riley and Teddy, I think, are definitely goners, but specifically for 616, I think Riley is the first to go, and I think either Dwight or Danny Salazar kills him. When it comes to Teddy, I think there is a possibility Teddy won't die until 701, and I think the person that's gonna kill him is Morgan. Moving on to the next one, I think this is also a very obvious one, but Dakota. I think the direction they're going with Dakota is heavily pointing towards them killing her in the next 2 episodes. Now, obviously, they could do 2 things. They could give us a reveal where Dakota was acting all along and she just wanted to get information from Teddy and his group, in which case she will definitely die with them because Teddy's plan is to die anyway. So I think Dakota is a safe one to put as a character who will most likely die in the next 2 episodes. Next person that I want to talk about is Raleigh. Raleigh is actually one of the members of the Outcasts from Virginia's group. He's actually the leader of that group that Sherry is a part of. Now, if you've been following the theories that we've been covering, one of the biggest and I would say most popular theory was the Tears theory. And because of that theory, I think it's extremely likely that Raleigh will die. If you don't know what that theory is, basically, if we take a look at the posters for Season 6, every character with a tear in their eye in the character portraits had someone close to them die. June, Dakota, and Grace. And of course, Sherry also had a tear in her eye, leading us to think that either Raleigh or Dwight is gonna die. Hence why I have both of them here. I think if they end up killing Raleigh, which I'm thinking they will, Dwight is safe, but if they don't kill Raleigh, then Dwight is extremely likely to die at that point. Moving on to Strand. Obviously, with what Strand did in the last episode, leaving Morgan to die, obviously he wasn't successful as far as we know, and there is a reason why I'm saying that. I'll come back to that, but obviously because of what they did with Strand in that episode, I think what the writers are thinking is making it so that Strand actually sacrifices himself to prove everyone that he doesn't always look out for his own, because that's been the trend and no one seems to trust him anymore, and they got a point. And I think, like I said, there is a possibility that they might be going a direction where Strand is going to sacrifice himself. Of course, he was shot by Dakota in the last episode, so that might be one of the contributing factors to what ends up getting him killed. Last but not least, Alicia. Now, this is a tough one because there's been tons of rumors that she hasn't filmed anything in season 7, even though they've filmed a lot of episodes in season 7. And also there's been rumors that the actress wants to leave, much like some of the older actors and actresses wanted to leave. So because of that, I'm putting her as a candidate who could end up getting killed at the end of this arc. In terms of my own predictions, I think there's maybe a 10 to 15% chance that Alicia's gonna die, but I'm pretty confident that she's not actually gonna die. If we think about it, if Alicia dies, then Fear the Walking Dead kind of dies as well. So because of that, I don't think the writers would want to go that direction unless, like I said, the actress wants to leave. But that's pretty much it. The final one though is Morgan. I did mention this earlier, but if we take a look at the promo for the season 6 finale, there's a shot of Morgan sweating, and then he's seen hugging Grace. He could have been bit off screen, much like Carl in season 8 of The Walking Dead. Hence why he's sweating and everything. And if they go that route, then obviously in these 2 episodes, they're gonna reveal to us that he was bit and maybe even show us how he was bit, and that's gonna be how he ends up getting killed. Now, one other thing I do want to mention is if we take a look at what happened to Morgan, he was surrounded by walkers. Walkers were on top of him right before Strand left him for dead, and we didn't really see how Morgan got out of it. So because of that, it's very possible that that is because they want to reveal later on that he was actually bit. Now, just like Alicia, if Morgan leaves or ends up getting killed, Fear dies in my opinion. So again, unless the actor wants to leave, I don't think they would want to kill him off. But that's pretty much everything that I wanted to go through in this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to share and smash the like button. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe to join our community. We're on the road to 5,000 subscribers. So if you're not a subscriber, subscribe to help me get there. Last but not least, press the bell to be notified when we upload. That's it for this video. See you next time for another super video.